And this is why Fairy Tail is one of the greatest mangas ever. So, even when someone's crying, the most important part of it is the massive tits. Oh, this chapter of Fairy Tail. Not too much of progression happened, like halfway that it was just sort of a lot of flair development with her and the giants. You find out that she actually left the village, like, because she wanted to experience the outside world, and she just sort of told them without, asking them or anything. She just, like, abandoned them. And then you also see as well, like, just some crazy stuff happening at the end of this chapter. So at the start, like I said, it was pretty slow, seeing that, like, the Natsu and the rest of them were just celebrating with the giants, like, drinking, all merry way. And Flair just, she didn't want to get involved, and it was like, Lucy finally encouraged her to come out. And they're like, giant sword go up, wait a minute, Flair's here? And it's like, and we look here, and it's like, oh, you've grown a bit, but you're still smaller than us. What? Like, it's like, they're sort of, a little bit comedic with that. And what I liked about it was, like, when they say, like, how she asked about the world, they're saying, yeah, it was fun, but also hard. And the giant saying, you're gonna get that everywhere you go. And you're allowed to come here as long, come and go as you please, but there's one thing we've wanted to say. And that was like, welcome back, daughter. And you just see all of them smile. And it was just emotional because she's just there, like, gripping us out. And then she just, like, starts crying, saying, I'm home. And then, like, even with that, the most important part, like, they show off, like, that covered most of the panel of that part was her humongous tits. Even when it's an emotional moment, you can't escape those bad boys. Oh, actually, I think that improved that panel, actually, a lot more than it was, but it was emotional to see. Even like, Lucy got a tear in her eye, and they just celebrated all night long. Meanwhile, when Minerva goes back to Succubus Eye, since we find out that Succubus Eye is just one of, like, the little support guilds or little guilds that follow Tartoras, and you see that the whole guild is being completely wiped out, and you just see these little black little figures or something, like a little paper figurines, and you find out like this girl tried to make them stronger, but then it's like, we have no use for weaklings. And I think her name was Kyouka. And it reminded me of, like, sort of like a berserk. It looked like a berserk villain or something, like, just like how her design is. And she looks pretty cool, actually. Well, she's like one of the 9 demon gates of Tartarus, so that means I believe she's with Silver as well. So it's kind of cool that we've already seen 2 of the 9 Slayers, so they're all Demon Slayers, and I'm interested to see what kind of Demon Slayer this one is. And you see at the end, saying, oh, are you strong, Minerva? And, like, something happens to Minerva at the end that we don't see. And I think, like, the next chapter was going to be called Song of the Fair, so I guess this actually concludes this arc, altogether. Like, got a cool bit there, and that remind me, like, the design as well. I forgot to mention is that it reminded me a little bit of, like, kind of Minerva's armor, like that. Maybe it's like Satan's soul as well. Maybe that's sort of what it's going for. But overall, it was, I enjoyed the chapter. Slow, but it had some really good moments to it. 7, I'd say 7. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But that's all from me. I want to thank you very much for watching as always. And remember, strap that panda, sign out, and I'll see you guys next.